ساتوی پسروینو داد شهیدانو کور داد باتورانو کور داد باتورانو کور داد باتورانو کور داد باتورانو کور ساتوی پسروینو داد شهیدانو کور داد
Good evening and thank you for joining us on this Monday, July 21, 2025. I'm Suleiman Talash and you're watching English News Bulletin from RTA News. Let's dive into today's news updates. The spokesperson for the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan, Maulavi Zabihullah Mujahid, in an official statement, strongly condemned Israel's blockade and starvation of civilians in Gaza, the use of aid as a trap, and the relentless bombings of women and children. The statement highlighted that hundreds of thousands of Muslims in Gaza remain under the brutal aggression of the Israeli Zionist regime, enduring a severe hunger, thirst, diseases, and barbaric bombardment. The Islamic Emirate called on all Muslim countries and other influential entities to urgently facilitate the delivery of humanitarian aid to the oppressed children and women of Gaza. The Islamic Emirates ambassador to Qatar, Sohail Shaheen, met with several Afghan businessmen residing in that country. The Afghan embassy in Doha stated that the discussions focused on strengthening trade relations between Afghanistan and Qatar, marketing Afghan agricultural products, organizing exhibitions for Afghan goods, and facilitating trade opportunities. In a recent meeting with UN High Commissioner for Refugees Filippo Grandi, Maulavi Abdul Salam Hanafi expressed support for any mechanisms aimed at addressing refugee issues. Mr. Grandi acknowledged the Islamic Emirates' effective management of Afghan returnees. Additionally, Foreign Minister Maulavi Amir Khan Muttaqi noted that neighboring countries began repatriation efforts without sufficient domestic preparation and urge greater attention and support from the international community. Here is a detailed story.
The Deputy Prime Minister for Administrative Affairs, Maulavi Salam Hanafi, told in a meeting with UNHCR Commissioner for Refugees Filippo Grandi and his delegation that the process of repatriating Afghans from neighboring countries has sped up, with 30 to 35,000 Afghans returning daily through the Islam Qala port. At a meeting, Mr. Filippo Grandi mentioned that although the mass deportation of Afghans from neighboring countries is still happening, the Islamic Emirate has been able to handle this situation effectively.
Mr. Filippo Grandi, during his visit to Afghanistan, expressed satisfaction with the current security situation in the country, as conveyed by the officials of the Islamic Emirate. He also emphasized the international assistance holds special importance for reintegration of returning refugees into society.
After ongoing meetings and the persistence of the Islamic Emirate, the representative of the Iran's Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Khorasan Azeri province recently announced that the legal residence period for Afghan refugees in Iran has been extended by 2 additional months.
The deadline for Afghan refugees in Iran has been extended to September 15. Afghan refugees without legal documents will incur a residence fine if they do not leave the country by this date.
The Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Islamic Emirate, Maulavi Amir Khan Muttaqi, stated that the international community and relevant organizations should take greater responsibility in facilitating the return of Afghans. He also emphasized that neighboring countries should honor the principles of good neighborliness.
In a meeting with the President of the Islamic Republic of Iran, I conveyed that refugees returning to Afghanistan should do so gradually. I delivered this message to the Foreign Minister and other officials as well. We again stress that Afghans who left for other countries did so out of necessity because of war, economic devastation, and hardships that were here. Now, by the grace of Allah, peace has been returned and they are coming back to their homeland, but not in a dishonorable way.
Besides Iran, Pakistan has also frequently detained and forcibly deported Afghan refugees, which goes against the principles established by its neighboring countries. Recently, the Pakistani government has decided not to extend the validity of the temporary residence card for Afghan refugees.
Afghans who are currently being deported from Pakistan will be blacklisted, preventing them from re-entering the country. The inclusion of deported Afghans on the blacklist is a part of a broader change in national policy.
Since the beginning of the current year, 1404, approximately 1,200,000 returnees have been deported from neighboring countries. The Ministry of Refugees and Repatriation assures that the Islamic Emirate is fully prepared to assist these returnees domestically.
A meeting was held between Hayatullah Mahajir Farahi, Deputy Minister of Publications, Maulavi Qudratullah Jamal, Deputy Minister for Tourism, Finance and Administrative Affairs, Hidayatullah Hidayat, Deputy of National Radio and Television, the President of the Union of Industrialists, and several union members. The Deputy Ministers assured their commitment to resolving the media-related challenges faced by industrialists. They emphasized that another session will soon be held at the National Radio and Television for public awareness. The purpose will be to enhance public awareness and recognition of the industrialist activities and to highlight their economic, productive and social roles in society. The Minister of Education, Maulavi Habibullah, during an official visit to Parwan province, inspected several schools as well as the Parwan Higher Arabic Darul Uloom. In a meeting with the provincial education officials, the Minister emphasized the importance of improving the quality of education, implementing administrative reforms, and utilizing resources effectively. He pledged that the Ministry of Education, in coordination with local authorities, will implement special programs to strengthen the educational process in Parwan province. Director General of the Afghan Red Crescent Society, Sheikh Shahabuddin Dilavar, met with Muhammad Al-Shama, head of the Danish Red Cross for Afghanistan, and his accompanying delegation to discuss assistance for returnees. The Afghan Red Crescent Society stated that during the meeting, the head of the Danish Red Cross emphasized the continuation of their support for returning migrants and needy families. On the other hand, a meeting was held in Nimruz province chaired by Provincial Governor Sheikh Muhammad Qasim Khalid to discuss measures to prevent the smuggling of copper and iron. The governor's office stated that Sheikh Muhammad Qasim Khalid emphasized the need to curb the smuggling of human hair, iron and copper. He noted that due to the effective performance of security forces, such smuggling has significantly decreased across the country. A cooperation agreement worth over $900,000 has been signed between the Ministry of Refugees and Repatriations and the Norwegian Refugee Council, NRC. According to the ministry, this amount will be distributed in cash to support the construction and repair of shelters for nearly 500 returning displaced and host community families in Badghis province. The sub-campaign for polio vaccination officially started today across 19 provinces of the country. Sharafat Zaman Ammar Khail, spokesperson for the Ministry of Public Health, stated that during this 4-day campaign, approximately 7.3 million children under the age of 5 will be vaccinated. The construction of the Yahya Khel irrigation dam has started in the Baraki Barak district of Logar province with a budget of $88,000. According to the Ministry of Energy and Water, upon completion, the dam will help irrigate thousands of acres of agricultural land. And the final one reads that over the past few days, 77 individuals have been arrested from various districts of Kabul city on charges related to the production, use and trafficking of narcotics. From the arrested individuals, authorities have seized 15,547 narcotic pills, 288 liters of alcoholic beverages, more than 6 kilograms of cannabis and various other narcotic substances. Meanwhile, in Farah province's Bakwa district, 2 factories involved in the processing and production of narcotics were destroyed, along with various narcotic substances and materials used in drug manufacturing during operations. In another report, during operations in Sangin and Naumesh districts of Helmand province, 1,290 kilograms of opium were discovered and destroyed. That's all for tonight. Stay tuned to the latest news updates from RTA News. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.
ساتوی پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور ساتوی پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا